Earlier this morning, according to ESPN's Shams Charania, the Golden State Warriors are bringing back Gary Payton II on a one-year, $3.9 million deal. And I figured, this is nothing new. We know the Warriors were going to run it back with the same roster. However, what if I told you the Warriors' biggest move isn't supposed to happen this summer? What if the front office is waiting for something much bigger? Because just a few hours ago, according to NBA insider Brett Siegel, the Golden State Warriors have felt interest in both Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner, and could renew that if the Magic struggle under first-year head coach Sean Sweeney. And right here we have the direct quote. The Warriors have held interest in Wagner and Banchero previously, even though Orlando was not interested in hearing offers for either young forward, and Golden State will lurk as a suitor again should the Magic underachieve in what has become a crowded Eastern Conference. And honestly, this could be the perfect timeline. Not because Banchero or Wagner is available today, but because the Warriors have quietly put themselves in a spot to strike if Orlando starts falling apart. So without further ado, let's roll the intro. Yo, what's up guys, Jason here back with a new video. If this is your first time watching, I cover the Golden State Warriors every single day on YouTube, along with other NBA news, trades, and rumors on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok. If you're a basketball fan, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, because you don't want to miss any of my future upload. Now, according to Brett Siegel, we just learned that the Golden State Warriors have previously shown interest in both Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. And of course, at the time, Orlando had zero interest in moving either player. But here's the part that is interesting. Siegel says, if the Magic struggle under first-year head coach Sean Sweeney, Golden State is expected to monitor the situation very closely. And that makes a lot of sense. The Eastern Conference just became much tougher. LeBron James is now back in the East in Philadelphia. Giannis and Bam are in Miami. The Boston Celtics are still contenders. The Cleveland Cavaliers are loaded. The Knicks are trying to go back-to-back. Even teams like the Hawks are fighting for playoff positioning. Meanwhile, this past offseason, Orlando just pushed all their chips in by trading for Desmond Bane. This is not a team that is trying to rebuild. This is a team that is trying to compete for championships. If they disappoint again, questions are going to be asked. And when expectations are not met, sometimes organizations decide they need a major shakeup. Just look at what Memphis did with Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Desmond Bane. That is exactly the kind of opportunity the Golden State Warriors have been waiting for. Now, one thing I've talked about a lot this offseason is that many Warriors fans are frustrated because the team hasn't made that massive blockbuster move. But maybe that was intentional. The Golden State Warriors still control almost all of its future first-round picks. They have over $100 million in tradable contracts. In particular, Jimmy Butler, Kristaps Porzingis, Moses Moody, Brendan Podziemski, and several smaller contracts that can be combined. That is the kind of flexibility you want if a star player becomes suddenly available during the season. We've talked about Anthony Davis, we've talked about Kevin Durant, we've talked about Trey Murphy, but Paolo Banchero might be the biggest long-term prize out of all of them. Because unlike those veterans, Paolo Banchero is only 23 years old. Now, a few days ago, we knew that the Golden State Warriors did not trade for Jaylen Brown because they didn't think he is going to become the face of the franchise once Steph Curry retires. But Paolo Banchero can beat that guy, especially given his age. And with that being said, let's talk about Paolo as a player. He is 6'10", 250. He can handle the basketball like a guard, create his own shot, attack the basket, operate in the post, run pick and roll, make plays when getting double teamed, and score from all three levels. For somebody his size, his offensive skill set is ridiculous. He is one of those rare forwards who is able to literally create offense from anywhere on the floor. That is what Golden State has been missing whenever Steph Curry sits. The Warriors have always struggled finding one more true offensive engine, somebody who can simply go get a bucket. Paolo gives you that right away. And the scary part is, he is still getting better. After 4 seasons, Banchero is already an all-star. This past season, Banchero was averaging over 22 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. In the playoffs, he was averaging over 26 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and over 1 steal per game. For somebody who is only 23 years old, this is incredible. And I will argue, this is the kind of player I'm okay with giving up 4 or 5 first-round picks for. And then once Steph retires eventually, you have your next franchise centerpiece. Now, let's be fair. Paolo Banchero isn't a perfect player. His efficiency hasn't always been elite. He shot under 45% from the field for his career. He's also under 32% from 3. His defense is solid, but he is not a top-tier rim protector or lockdown defender for somebody his size. He also can be turnover heavy because he handles the ball so much. And then there's the contract. His new 5-year deal is worth roughly $239 million. That is a massive financial commitment. So if Golden State ever makes this move, they are betting Paolo Banchero becomes the true franchise superstar. Personally, I will make that bet. Now, the biggest takeaway here isn't that Paolo Banchero is getting traded tomorrow. He is likely not. The point is timing. Golden State isn't trying to force a move today. They are waiting. If Orlando starts the season slow, if they become another playing team, if frustration starts building, that is when the Warriors can pick up the phone. Because unlike most contenders, the Golden State Warriors have the contracts, the draft capital, and the flexibility to make a massive trade offer right away. Sometimes, the smartest move isn't rushing into the first trade that's available. It is waiting for the right star player, and Paolo Banchero might be that guy. Now, in summary, I still think the Golden State Warriors should continue exploring every opportunity to maximize whatever years Steph Curry has left. But if we're talking about both the present and the future, Paolo Banchero might honestly be the best target we've discussed all offseason. He is young, he's an all-star, he solves Golden State's biggest offensive problem. And most importantly, he could become the face of the franchise after Steph Curry retires. Now, obviously, this all depends on Orlando underachieving. But if that happens, don't be surprised if the Golden State Warriors are one of the very first teams to make the call. But again, that's just my opinion and I want to hear from you guys. If one day Paolo Banchero becomes available, would you go all in to acquire him? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Alright guys, that's all we got for today's video. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on social media, all linked below in the description box. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.